What's going on, everybody? It's Monkeyfarm, and we are here on Minecraft. Can you believe it? It's been a long time. We are here on my Patreon fan server. This is, I guess, what we'd call Season 2, the second map. When 1.9 came out, we started a new seed, and things got really busy with me, and I wasn't able to play a whole lot. And same with a lot of the people that were playing on the server. They got busy as well, and was talking over with the people that still play quite a lot on the server, and we figured we would revitalize things and get a new seed going. And for 1.10, I guess it's called, it's after 1.9, so 1.10, we're gonna do a new seed, and I wanted to show you guys a bunch of different seeds that I found that I think might be good. So when I was talking to people, there were a couple things that people wanted to do. They wanted to build a huge hometown area, which this is kind of what was supposed to be a hometown area. It's like a big flat area, and this was meant to be a hometown, but as I said, you know, things got busy, and you know, a lot of people, including myself, obviously, weren't playing a lot. And anyway, so we're going to start a new seed, and they wanted a place to build some kind of hometown area. The other thing is, I wanted, you know, and this always happens, like starting any server or restarting any server, you've got to like try to keep people together in the hometown area for a while, because people like to venture off, and all of a sudden everybody's just off playing on their own, and it's kind of like everybody's playing single player. So basically, we kind of want to have a place that everybody can build, like have their own areas, but they'll still be kind of close together. So it's got to have that kind of like nice homey feel where everybody can build in the area and still feel like they have their own little place. And I found a bunch of seeds that I think kind of fit this criteria. I'm going to show you two that are based around like little lakes, you know, kind of like Hermitcraft 3, where there was kind of like a water area and everybody was able to build around it. And I think that might be a good way to keep people, you know, building together in the same area. And then there's a couple that have flat areas that, you know, are a place that you could build a hometown. And then I also found a fifth one, so wait for the very end. I think you really want to see that one. It's kind of like a combination. There's like a medium-sized kind of lake area where people could build all around it, but there's also a flat area where we could build a hometown. So I think that one might actually be perfect. So make sure you check out all 5 of them and let me know in the comments which one you like best, given, you know, the criteria we're kind of looking for our new seed. And also, we add new people, whoever joins my Patreon, at the beginning of every month. So if you do actually want to join, you'd have to get in before the end of the month. Now, if you're watching this video when it comes out, you've got a few days left till the end of the month. So make sure, if you do want to join, get in there and get in before the end of the month. You can see the different levels. You have to be, I think it's called like silver level or something like that. Check out the one that says you get whitelisted onto the server. So anyway, if you do want to join, you have a few days to get in on the very beginning of the new seed. Otherwise, you'd have to wait till next month. So it'll be a whole month away. And obviously, you know, a lot of stuff might be claimed or built on already or whatever. So anyway, let's go check out the 5 seeds that I have selected for you guys to check out. And here we go. All right, we are here on seed number 1. I call this the Little Lake. This is where spawn is. So I put a pillar up, and then I had to put a pillar over here so we could find the area I was looking for. So this is kind of like a little lake where we could all build around the lake, and it's kind of small, so I don't know, this might be a little bit too close for people to be together. That's one concern I have. Like, here's a nice little area I would probably want to build over here. It looks pretty cool, and we can see if everybody built around the lake, we would be able to see everybody. Now, it doesn't have much of a place to build a hometown area. From the plans that people on my server like to build, they want to build a really big kind of hometown area, and I don't really, I mean, this is kind of a flat area, but it's really not a whole lot of room. So that's one concern. So anyway, here is seed number 1. All right, here we are in seed number 2, and I call this the Big Lake. So this is kind of like Goldilocks. We've got the small lake, the big lake, Hopefully I'll find a medium-sized lake, which I kind of already told you I did. But anyway, this one is much bigger, so we would have definitely a lot more space to be apart, which is a little scary. I think this might be too much space and kind of like wasted area, because if somebody builds on the other side of the lake and then over here, let's say we had our hometown, I don't know, somewhere on one of these areas over here, people might be kind of far away still, and we want to keep people, building together on projects, collabing, all that kind of stuff, because that's what the server's all about. It's not supposed to be single player, right? So this is seed number 2. If you like this one, comment below. This is called Big Lake. All right, we're here on seed number 3. Now, this one is not a lake, it is an ocean, but this one is one of the 2 that I found that have big flat areas. So there are a bunch of different places where a hometown could be built, like over here, or then way over here somewhere. Now, these 2 seeds that I'm going to show you that have big flat areas aren't necessarily the best to kind of force us to all kind of build together in the same area. So that might be a little risky building in some place like this. This actually reminds me a lot of the very first seed we had on my Patreon server. And that was a really cool seed, but this is very similar to it. It had kind of like rivers running through it where people could build, little houses around the river. But it does have big flat areas and a couple different biomes. You can see the roof forest over there. There's some big hills, I think, rolling around. So anyway, this is seed number 3. All right, on to seed number 4. This is the second one that has a big flat area to build a hometown area. So here is our ocean and our coastline over here. And we have this big, like, tall plateau area. I'm not sure. I think this would be big enough to build like a hometown type of area if we kind of flattened out this whole top thing. But I thought it was kind of neat because it's like the whole thing is up on a plateau. So down here, people could build all their houses like around the town. It could be, somebody was talking about building, a giant castle or something. Well, castles are usually built on top of, big hills and stuff, like above the rest of the area. So this could be kind of like a castle hometown area, and then everybody could kind of build around the area. It doesn't have a whole lot of, like unique spots for people to build their own individual houses on, but it focuses on the town. So, I'm just going to have to see what everybody's feedback is and which one they like. So I wanted to throw this one out there because it did have a kind of like plateaued hilltop castle town kind of spot. And here, once again, this is seed number 4. All right, we're here on seed number 5, and I think I mentioned this one had a good combination of both of the things we were looking for. Has kind of like a medium-sized lake and also a couple flat areas where we could build a town. And hopefully we get doggies at spawn too. That would always be nice. So this is where the spawn area is, and there's a little river heading out right towards the ocean over here. Now, this is where the lake is, and you can see I've got a pillar up here. Here's a big flat area where we could potentially build a town. There's another big kind of flatter area over here, which would be kind of good for a town as well. And as you can see, it's a slightly bigger lake than the first one, and it has a lot of little coves and stuff, which I know people like to build on. I personally love to build on stuff like this. So this might make like really good area to have people build, but still be close enough where everybody can see each other. Like I would totally build over in this little cove area. Look, there's like a mountain with a waterfall. There's a mountain with those flowers. I forget what it's called, the floral biome or whatever. So I don't know. This is kind of like a combination of the 2 things we're looking for. So once again, this is seed number 5. So comment below if you like this one, and let us know which seed you want us to play on when we reset the server. We're going to be resetting it hopefully soon once we just kind of get everything organized. And hopefully we have some new players on as well. So if you guys do want to join, make sure you get in, go to the Patreon link that's in my description. Make sure you do that before the end of the month so that you'll be added for when we reset the server. All right, and that is going to be it. So don't forget to tell us which seed you like best below in the comments, and we will see you all later.